What's up, YouTube? This is the Angry Cheesehead, and we're gonna talk about the crazy bullshit that's going on in Week 5. Let's get to it, huh? All right. So, first game. It's gonna be Thursday Night Football. The Indianapolis Colts taking on the Denver Broncos. The Colts couldn't put the Titans away when the Titans looked like they were gonna choke. The Broncos somehow lost to the formerly 0-3 Vegas Raiders. Wow, it's a battle of teams of real crap. But, this is going to be crazy because you got no Jonathan Taylor, so your offense can't really do much for the Colts. And Broncos, they're incompetent on offense and defense. Well, defense not so much. Offense, yeah, they're pretty incompetent. But I'm going to have to give the slight edge to the Broncos because it is being played at Mile High Stadium. However, I just don't know if the Colts might pull something off. Usually they're good with AFC West teams, but I could be wrong. And next up, oh boy. The New York Giants, the New Jersey Giants, will take on the Green Bay Packers in London at Tottenham. Or Tottenham, whatever, how you pronounce it, I apologize. The Giants pretty much put away the Bears, making them a hard time without their QBs, Tyrod Taylor and Daniel Jones, both injured during the game against the Bears, and still were able to beat them. Whereas the Packers, oh God, we won, yeah, but we look pretty freaking ridiculous if we're trying to be a Super Bowl team. Really horrible. The Vikings are probably laughing at us right now because they just survived out of freaking double doink. But I digress. Good God, I want to bang it with a hammer. Anyways, this is going to be played in London. It's going to be a very challenging game. It's the first game that both teams are 3-1, although the Giants seem to be the weakest ones. However, I have a gut feeling this might be a trap game. But I'm still going to go with the Packers to win this one. If they can get everything in sync and their offense moving and Rodgers doesn't throw another freaking pick six and too much ayahuasca, we're good to go. All right, next up, the Pittsburgh Steelers heading to Highmark take on the Buffalo Bills. Steelers lost to the New York Jets, choked it away. The Bills came back after a 20-3 lead from the Baltimore Ravens and managed to win the game from a field goal. This is an easy matchup because the Steelers look like crap other than their defense, and Bills are pretty much high-flying. I'm going to go with the Bills on this one, automatically. Then you got the LA Chargers taking on the Cleveland Browns. The Chargers beating the Texans when they were starting to come back. The Browns lost to the Atlanta Falcons. We all know you're just waiting for Deshaun to come back. But honestly, this is going to be a very tight-knit game because their Browns' defense is usually really good, and the Chargers are injured. However, they're starting to get people to come back. So I'm going to give this one to the Chargers to get them the victory. And next up, what should have been a freaking tank bowl, but ended up being one of them being at least at 500. You got the Houston Texans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Texans, like I just said, lost to the Chargers. The Jaguars had a good lead against the Eagles and then choked it away from Trevor Lawrence having 5 turnovers. This is being played in Jacksonville. And it seems like Jacksonville's very competent, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Texans start a fight. But I'm going to give the Jaguars the benefit of the doubt. They're going to finally put away the Texans, and they're going to be at 3-2. Next up, you got an NFC North matchup between the Chicago Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The Bears got smacked by the Giants. The Vikings won off of the Saints' failed double doink in London. Now, Packer fans, I know you guys are really wanting the Bears to win. I do too, for once. Sadly, I think the Vikings are going to be very competent. I'm going to be confident enough to whoop the Bears again. The Bears' O-line is just nowhere. Justin Fields is going to get hammered. Team's going to be wrecked. Vikings, Zadarius Smith defense is going to be good. Yeah. We'll see how their offense is, though. But they should be good, but, we'll give it time. Following that, speaking of NFC North, the Detroit Lions are heading to Foxborough to take on the New England Patriots. The Lions losing in a very heavy offensive shootout against the Seattle Seahawks, whereas the Patriots, the Packers almost lost their third-string QB. That third-string QB was Bailey Zappi because Mac Jones was already out, and then Brian Hoyer got injured in the first quarter from concussion. So did our safety Adrian Amos. He gets better, but this is going to be played in Foxborough. Detroit does have a pretty good offense, but even with Aiden Hutchinson, their defense allowed 45 points against the Seahawks. I think it's going to be the same situation with the Patriots, or 48 points. I'm sorry, they had 45, but I think the Patriots are going to be able to put them away. They have a better defense, even though their offense needs some work. New England's going to probably take away the win, but I won't be shocked if Detroit actually wins this one. Following that, you got a fun matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints. The Seahawks, like I just said, offensive shootout against the Lions, where they end up winning in scoregami. Saints joined their Bears club with the double doink in London. But to be fair, it was a longer distance goal rather than what the Bears had. So, give credit for effort, Could have won, but got screwed over by penalties and that double doink. So, this is going to be played in New Orleans. This is going to be a pretty interesting battle. Because the Seahawks should be just crap, but they aren't. And the Saints, their defense is doing pretty good. I might get the slight edge to the Saints here. I think against the Seattle offense, they shouldn't have a problem. Let's just see if the Saints' offense will be better. Following that, you got an AFC East matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. The Dolphins losing to the Bengals Thursday Night Football, and sadly losing Tua from a concussion. But hey, you watch McGruber, he's okay. Get your refunds, Dolphins. As the Jets managed to put away the Steelers. An impressive feat. Even though the Steelers sucked. But this is going to be played in New Jersey, in East Rutherford. This is going to be pretty much a Dolphin victory, if anything, because the Dolphins still have better personnel. But don't be shocked if Zach Wilson creeps up and manages to put up a good fight against Miami, and New York Jets somehow get a victory. Following that, speaking of division matchups, this time NFC South division matchup, you got the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Are you guys shocked that this is the number one spot in the NFC South? I'm shocked too. The Atlanta Falcons putting away the Cleveland Browns and somehow at 500. The Buccaneers getting smacked by the Kansas City Chiefs. This is going to be played at Raymond James, and Raymond James looks like it's all right. I think Tampa Bay might get some people back. I will give the Buccaneers some credit. I think they need some redemption after 2 weeks losing to both the Packers and the Chiefs. So we'll see what happens. But I'm going to give this one to the Buccaneers. Following that, you got the Tennessee Titans taking on the Washington Commanders. You know what? I'm not going to call them the Commanders anymore. I'm calling them the Data Expunged. The Washington Data Expunged. Because they don't deserve the name Commanders. They're so crappy that they don't deserve their name. So we're going to call them the Washington Data Expunged. So, Titans surviving against the Colts in Indianapolis, tying up with the Jaguars from the division lead. The Data Expunged, got used to that, trying to hold on against the Cowboys, but it got beaten at the end by Cooper Rush. This is going to be played, yes, at FedEx Field, but Derrick Henry's going to run all of them. It's going to be Titans. Titans for the win. Following that, you got the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Carolina Panthers. The Niners smacking the ever-living crap out of the Rams. The Panthers losing to Arizona. Lost that streak. Yeah, we're going to go with the Niners on this one. This is a no-brainer. Next up, you got another interesting matchup, a Battle of Birds. The Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Arizona Cardinals. The Eagles managed to come back from 14-0 to smack the living crap out of the Jaguars with 5 turnovers. The Cardinals escaping Carolina, like I just said, with a victory. This is going to be played in State Farm Stadium, but however, the Eagles, they're a way put together team, better coach, way better than what Cliff Kingsbury got. So honestly, even though it's being played at home, I'm giving the Philadelphia Eagles the win. They're going to still be undefeated, hate to say, but you know what? It'll live. Next up, speaking of NFC East versus NFC West, you got the Dallas Cowboys heading to SoFi to take on the LA Rams. Cowboys surviving against the data expunged for a little bit and then just said, hey, I'm superior. The Rams got smacked by the Niners. Wow. This is going to be played at in SoFi. I think the Cowboys are going to win this one. They're better put together. I'm going to go with them. Following that, you got an AFC North division matchup between the Bengals and the Ravens for Sunday Night Football. The Bengals putting away the Dolphins. The Ravens losing to the Bills. Sadly, the Ravens are struggling, but this is going to be a must-win game. I'm going to give this to the Ravens, but I wouldn't be shocked if the Bengals come up with a win. And finally, you got the Kansas City Chiefs hosting the Vegas Raiders. The Raiders coming off a win against the Broncos. The Chiefs smacking the hell out of the Buccaneers. Easy call, but I'm going to go with the Chiefs. They're well way put together. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I'm the Angry Cheesehead. Thank you for watching. And as always, let's go into Lamborghini. Packers, don't screw this up.